All right, welcome to our first requested tutorial. Our subscriber Marty requested Rock Around the Clock. So I'd like to play some of this song and go through it very slowly, talk about what the left hand is doing, how the chords in the right hand can morph and change throughout the chord progression. This song was used for the theme song for Happy Days, and then they actually changed the song to a custom song that they wrote. So it's in the key of A, and the song actually starts with shots. So it starts with just 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. So that's the intro for the whole song. So with the left hand, I like playing octaves a lot because it gives you playing a lot of authority. So octaves for the A. And what you can do is when you play what you sing, what I like to do is put the melody of what you're singing at the top of the chord. So it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4, and then you're going up. So it's and then again to the E. So if you play what you sing, the piano adds a bit of strength to what it is you're singing. So rather than playing 1, 2, 3, that's the top note, you want to go to the A on the bottom. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, the C sharps on top, and then E. I can't remember the numbers. So we have the and you can play the E7. So that's like a 2 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can push the last one so it's on the offbeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So the main groove is actually based on the walking bass pattern. So this is played on an upright bass. Upright walking bass is typically 1, 3, 5, 6, and then you can go up to the octave and then come back down. So for example, it's so we have the A, which is 1. The major third is C sharp. We have the E, which is 5. And then we have the F sharp, which is the 6. Slowly, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a regular walking bass pattern. Because the chord changes to D, we can do a walk up or down after the second bar. So that would sound something like this. Because it's an A7, it moves to the D. And then we're going to do the same thing on that. We're going to do 1, 3, 5, 6, 1 again. So let's try that on the D. So it's 1, F sharp is the 3. So, and then in the right hand, we have kind of a Bo Diddley pattern. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it's a 2-bar phrase. You can slow it down. It's 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Or you could play a 7th chord and put the G on the bottom. 1, so it's 1. Now, what I like to save the 7th for when you're walking to the D, so it adds some tension. And because swing music has a lot of that 6th, you might remember that song In the Mood. It's actually in A flat, but it goes like this. So you could use the 6th as your sort of offbeat shots. So when you put them together, it sounds like this. Slower here. So I like to do the add 6 chord for the offbeats to start with. So the bass is doing 1, 3, 5, 6, 1, 6, 5, 3, and add the right hand with the offbeat chords. Add the 6 on the D as well. So the A6 chord kind of summarizes what you're playing in the bass, but all at the same time. So instead of playing, you're playing all those notes together as a chord. Add the octave, that's all 5 of your fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The D with the add 6. Back to A. And then E7. You can walk down the bass from E back to the A if you like. There's multiple ways to get to different chords from where we're going. So I'll play a little bit faster and you can listen to what I normally do. So we're going to go. So that pattern, that change the inversion if you like. Add the left hand. That's the key of A, and some people like to sing it in different keys, so it's a good idea to practice this in all 12 keys. So that might sound scary and daunting, but just go slow and practice. So if we're to do this in the key of B flat, semitone higher, we have to play a lot more accidentals, so we have to be more careful about what chords we're playing. So at B flat, it's B flat, D, F, G, sing it in. Maybe A is too high if you were too low. The idea is basically just add that 6 onto your 1 and 4 chords, and then play the 5 chords as the dominant. So add the 7th to the E. So in A, B. That's the gist of the whole song. The only thing you can do to make it more interesting is you could do octave jumps or solid octaves bouncing in the left hand. And so that requires a bit more dexterity and accuracy. So rather than just one finger, you can play whole octaves to move. So it'd be like this. Foundation in the left hand. So we'll try that with the chords here. So that adds some interest there. You could also take the chord and invert them and move them up, or up the octave even like here. So let's try that. We'll do this slowly with the octaves in the left hand and then the chords up high. So all those chords in your right hand, they all have the 6 in them. So you can practice those chords and you can actually move them if you wanted to in between the beats. So you could play it low one time and then high the next, like this, for example. Also switch octaves twice. So if we're going to do offbeat shots, you can jump up the octave more than once. So it might sound something like this. Now the other thing you can do is you can alternate octaves in the left hand to create more energy with the swing patterns with the triplets. So this goes back to the boogie exercises that we looked at before. So instead of playing solid octaves, you can bounce the left hand. So the lower octave is on beat 1 of each triplet and the upper octave is on beat 3 of that same triplet. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. So let's see how that sounds. I'm going to play it up higher so we have some room to move. So. By moving the left hand, advanced and you want to do more things with your hands that are more independent, you can do that. And then at the end of the song, there's some shots that kind of, to end the song, it's like this, it's like, that's my summary of Rock Around the Clock. Those are the basic building blocks of the whole thing. We talked about the 6 chords over the A and the D, or the 1 and the 4 chords, and then the dominant over the E. To bring it back home to the A again. So that concludes our tutorial on Rock Around the Clock. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and stay tuned for more of these tutorials. If you have any requests for other songs you'd like me to play and talk about why I'm playing them the way I'm playing them, I'd love to help you out with that. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.